Hello, my name is Olivia and I am going to knit a vest for my boyfriend. I have chosen the Stockholm Slipover pattern by PetiteKnit and I am going to try my best to really nail it this time. I've heard so much good about her patterns and I really wanted to try one of hers. And also for the first time really try to stick to the pattern, although I have already made a few modifications. I am not using the yarn that is recommended, but I am knitting in the same gauge. It's for my boyfriend and I have made a few modifications to try and fit his broader shoulders. The pattern is for women and this is how far I've come. This is the first panel. It's the back panel and it's gonna be like this. So this is the back panel with the increases for the arm, and now I am going to knit the front panels. But I will keep you updated and I hope you enjoyed this little knitting vlog. Okay, I have now finished the first panel of the front and it looks like this. You can kind of see how it's gonna look. It looks more and more like a vest, and I can actually try it on and see how it looks. So the front panel was knitted with German rows, German short rows on top of the shoulder here, and I have never really tried it before. I knew what it was. So what this does is it makes a slight increase as well as lengthening this part. So it has a more natural, this is the back, and it has a more natural curve for the neck part. But I think it looks really nice and really neat, and the transition between the back part and the front part is very seamless, and it looks really nice this far. I have the right amount of stitches all the way around. I just need the last part. And just like socks, the second sock syndrome, I have a little bit of that with the other shoulder. It was really easy and fun to knit, but the feeling of having to doing it again hits me a little. But I think I'm just gonna push through it and just be done with it really quick so I can continue with the rest of the body, which is working in the round. And I'm really excited for that because I love knitting in the round and it's so fast, and yeah, after that it's really gonna look like a slipover. So I'll see you in a minute.
Moon, I'm there soon. I'm leaving quite early tomorrow morning. Undercover, baby, is what you ask of me. Soon I'll be disguised.
Okay, so when I say I'm making some modifications, what I mean by that is I have cast on more stitches in the neckline here than the pattern is telling me to do. And when I do that, I am increasing the length of the shoulders, but then to make it fit his original size, I have to make fewer decreases by the arms. So I have made fewer decreases in the back by the arm, and I am keeping the increases in the front because it is already so small here. I don't want to take off more. When I'm counting together the stitch counts on the back, the front left, the front right panel, it's going to have the same stitch count as the original size, even though I have cast on more stitches on the back. I don't know how it will work out, but at least the stitches matches in the end when I'm bringing it together in the round. So far I have knit 1.5 in the front, and as you can see I am knitting everything on the same needles. I don't want two different needles or the yarn from something to hold the stitches. I'm just knitting everything on one needle. So I'm really excited for this. Okay, I have now knitted the other triangle on the front, and I have made a mistake. I have not knitted what was said in the pattern, or I lost count on something because the stitches aren't matching up. So now I am really trying to count the stitches again and see where I did my mistake, and then I'm gonna unravel and go back and knit how it's supposed to be. Okay, so I now fixed the problems with the front parts, which were, I actually just knitted too much. I didn't do anything wrong, I just made a few rows too much, so I was just unraveling and wasn't even re-knitting some parts of it or anything. So I was really lucky there because I thought I had to re-knit a lot, but that wasn't the case. So as you can see, I have joined it in the round. I have knitted the rib on one arm, and I also begun knitting the rib on the other arm. And earlier in this video I said that I really looked forward to knitting in the round because it was gonna go so fast. This part, this is where I made some few picked up some new stitches to connect the front and the back part. After I done that, I just begun knitting in the round. This is how far I've come, and this is from like 3 nights of constant knitting. I watched 3 movies from here to here. It is so incredibly slow, and it takes forever to get anywhere. So what I do is I just start knitting a little rib on one arm, continue on the length, knit the rib on the other arm, so that it's not so repetitive and so that I feel like I'm getting anywhere. And also he has a long body, so I'm kind of nervous I don't have enough. This is all the yarn I have left, and I'm a little nervous that it's not enough for his long body. And also I don't know if I can get more of this because, you know, the colors, and I don't think they have it in the right, you know, the color is the same, but the tone is different. And also I got a new microphone, so I'm really excited to see how this sounds. And also this has like this stuff so I can sit outside in the wind like I'm doing right now, and it won't be a problem, I guess. Oh yeah, and one other thing is that I tried the Italian bind-off for the first time, and it looks really good. Really like it. Super stretchy, and I've tried to learn this before, couldn't figure it out, but then I saw PetiteKnit's explanation of an Italian bind-off, and then it just clicked. So yep, I think I'm doing the Italian bind-off from now on.
Keep it glowing steady and bright. Shooting star without a safety net. Now give me a ride. I'm going far beyond where the sun sets. Shooting star without a safety net. Give me a ride. I'm going far beyond where the sun sets.
Hello again. So I'm done with the Slipover finally, and I'm so proud of myself. I made this really quick. It looks, if I should say so myself, I think it looks store-bought, which is kind of what I wanted with this. I wanted it to be really pretty. It's super soft. I thought it was gonna be itchy, but it's not. It's just perfect, really. Yeah, and also I thought it was going to be too small for him, but when I blocked it, it kind of grew a little, and I made sure to stretch it a little where it needed to be stretched, and it turned out so perfect. I'm so happy with myself that I finally made something completely sticking with the pattern, holding myself accountable. Yeah, I'm so proud of myself, and I can't wait to make more knits just like this one. My boyfriend is really happy since it was for him, so he's really pleased with it as well. When I was like halfway, he told me that he didn't want a V-neck, but it was already too late. I didn't want to remake it. But PetiteKnit does have a round neck pattern for the Stockholm Slipover as well. This pattern also had some few new techniques for me to try. The German the German short rows and the Italian bind-off. And the German short rows turned out really good, and I did not expect it to be that good, but it was. Then we have the Italian bind-off, which I nailed, but I may have made it a little bit too loose on one of the arms. You can kind of see that it folds a little, and this is after it's blocked, which I should have made it more tighter, but I think this shoulder is the first try of the Italian bind-off, which is why it kind of folds a little. It's a little loose here. And also down here there are some places there it's a little uneven, but that is because it is my first time with the Italian bind-off, and I'm really proud and still very pleased with the way it looks and how it turned out in the end. The pattern was really easy to understand, and PetiteKnit explains everything so well, and she got videos so that you can look and see how she does it. For example, I looked at the German short rows and the Italian bind-off, so that really helped me. I see myself as an beginner, almost an intermediate. The pattern is described as intermediate, but I think that most people who have tried knitting vests before would understand this one as well. It is really easy, and she does such a great job to explain everything that needs to be explained. So yeah, I want to try more knits from PetiteKnit, and I want to do more sweaters and like bigger projects. I have always loved knitting, but like finishing projects is so delightful, and before I kind of held back a little. I kind of knew that I would fail, and I didn't want to even try and make a bigger pattern or bigger project. But I feel like that has changed now. It is the end of the summer. I have made a late summer knitting ideas, and I'm planning on knitting 3 different projects from that video. So I have a lot to knit, and I'm so excited, and I can't wait. Thank you so much for watching, and please like and subscribe, leave a comment. It really helps with keeping me motivated. Thank you. Bye!